Today's conference features insight from a panel of innovators who have forged their own path and created their own successful startups. Throughout the day, there will be workshops including networking skills, learning from failure, pushing boundaries, and managing your financial wellness.
The role of engineers in future society will undergo significant transformation. You, along with your peers, will become the problem solvers, innovators, and leaders who confront the challenges we are facing. As you navigate your engineering career, remember to stay curious, stay engaged, and stay informed. Embrace opportunities for learning and growth, both within your own network and in the broader engineering community.
When we think about innovation, often it's put into this innocuous vacuum that it must be this big, expensive idea and it's reserved for large corporations, when in reality, it's actually smaller teams that are working in agile, multidisciplinary spaces that are capable of solving these challenges.
As a leader, I think it's very, very important on how you're going to encourage and motivate those smaller teams. And we know it's a good thing, but we ignore is bringing small rewards when a small milestone accomplishes. So even for yourself, if you do well on an exam, you have to have that little celebration for yourself, and that motivates you to move on to the next chapter. And it's the same thing in bigger teams as well.
In healthcare, one of the big challenges is it's not just about innovation and the technology that you can build, it's actually about people and what you can change in terms of the processes that are put in place. The solution in healthcare is not going to come just from the technology, it's going to come from understanding the processes and the implementation of this innovation as well.
So engineers, in my opinion, are magnet for problems. That's a blessing. Because every new idea, every new startup starts from problems. You don't have to have an engineering degree to engineer something. To engineer means to solve. So once you have a problem and you have an engineering degree on top of that, or you don't have it, like I didn't at that time, what is our role? Is to look at problems and find solution. You are unique. Do not give up that uniqueness. You have to learn, you have to collaborate, you have to improve, but do not give up the originality that you are blessed with, because that's where the secret is. You have a secret inside you. You have to explore that.
Networking is the process of making connections and building relationships with individuals. Networking opens doors to new opportunities. By expanding your network, you increase your chances of encountering valuable opportunities that align with your goals and aspirations. But when you're networking with an individual, you're getting to know them more personally. You're getting to connect with them on a more intimate level. So that's how they could remember you. Maybe you guys share common interests, talk about more personal things, right?
Money is no different than everything else that causes us anxiety. When you're older and you have emotional concerns and you speak about them with a counselor, you feel better. Money is no different. When you figure out what your plan is, you feel better. Interestingly, it never goes away. You will never be entirely free of financial anxiety, regardless of how rich you are. The richest people in the world are still stressed about money.
You have 10 minutes to brainstorm 100 applications for pizza boxes. The purpose of why we're doing it is to learn, how do we brainstorm? How do we work with people with backgrounds that likely are different than ours? But the reality of innovation, okay, does it need to be something super large and transformational, or is it just practical in the day-to-day? But it just goes to show you that we can literally think outside the box by applying a little bit of creativity, trust in our groups, patience, to really further the innovation journey a long way.
I encourage all of you to remember two things from today. One, to be curious, and two, be perseverant.
GVIC was made possible through the generosity of the late Helen Vari. And last Saturday marked the 1-year anniversary of Helen's passing, but the legacy of her support is evident in this room. You can do it. Thank you.